or the video is serving multiple purposes. One, I just got my Pocket 3 back, so I want to test out and remember if I know how to use this camera. It's been a while. It's only been like 2 weeks, but still. Two, I forgot my microphone at home. So actually it's in the car and it's too far back, so I'm not going to go walk there to get it. So let's see how well the Pocket 3 can handle audio without an external microphone. And three, I want to talk about consistency today. Now it's almost nighttime. The sun goes down at 6:45. So I'm also testing out how the Pocket works in low light, but more on that consistency thing. What is consistency? I personally define consistency as doing something that you said you were going to do, how you said you were going to do it, when you said you were going to get it done. That's what consistency is. And for some reason, that word sparks panic in some people. As I was preparing a script for a live session that I wanted to do on TikTok, I was trying to define what consistency is. More importantly, as I was talking to my wife, she was helping me brainstorm. Oh man, we're on the hill. We're on the hill. I already feel my breath leaving. It's been a while since I walked this trail. That's why I'm already out of breath. This means that I need to get back out and start walking more because I'm feeling it. My wife asked me, how are you consistent? How do you stay consistent? And I used to back in the day say it's because I'm stubborn, but knowing that the words we say out loud affect our subconscious, I changed it to I'm a consistent person when I want to be. Take my podcast, for instance, Uploaded and Unfiltered. It's a podcast for Black content creators to hear about mindset stuff, to hear from other content creators to see how they have been moving through their journey in this content creation world. So instead of being stubborn, I broke down exactly how I stay consistent with things that I want to stay consistent with. For example, before the pandemic, I had never ran a 5K in my life, and I got it in my head for some reason. I was like, you know what? I want to do one 5K a month for a year. I ended up doing that for like 3 or 4 years until the pandemic hit and made everything weird. And I didn't want to be breathing in other people's oxygen when I was running. I stayed consistent with that because of a few things. And I broke it down to 3 pieces of a formula that should help anyone become consistent. All right, first up, what's the formula? The key to being consistent is 3 things: desire, a system, and frequency. Now, desire could be broken down in a few different ways, but I think the one that makes the most sense is, do you want the thing that you're trying to be consistent at? Do you know why you want to be consistent? If you know why and you have a desire or you have a want to do it, that's part of the formula of becoming more consistent with whatever it is you want in life, specifically content creation. Number 2, the second thing you need in your formula to become consistent is a system. More importantly, a low friction system. What I mean by that is a system that you can put in place. Let's say you want to do a podcast a week. You need to have a system in place that allows you to do that on your worst week. It needs to be a system that doesn't take any effort. You can just slide right into it, do what you need to do, and slide right back out. With that and desire, and the last thing, again, consistency becomes second nature. It becomes a habit at that point. And the last thing of this consistency formula is going to be frequency. How often are you going to do the thing that you want to do? Simple as that. It doesn't have to be a specific time frame. You don't need to go Google, how long should I do this for X amount of whatever. You figure it out for yourself. And you can always implement and increase that frequency once you have the pattern or the system established. So yeah, that's it. Desire plus a low friction system plus frequency equals you being consistent. And one of the biggest benefits of becoming consistent with something that I didn't realize until I became more consistent myself is you look forward to doing the thing that you say you're going to be consistent with. For example, last night I was editing a Lego video and I got towards the end of that video and it just abruptly ended. Now I know I shot the ending, but for some reason it wasn't in DaVinci Resolve. But instead of freaking out and like panicking because I wanted to get that video up at a specific time, I was just like, all right, how can I remix this ending to fit what I have now? Before I got the chance to do that, I actually looked in the folder where I store all my files, and there was like 4 files in there. And I was like, oh, they're just in here. But because I'm so consistent, like I didn't want to miss that streak, and I was looking forward to remixing that ending. So much so that I still might remix that ending just because the idea that I came up with was pretty awesome. And I'm still fleshing out the details on this consistency formula. I just thought of it a few days ago. I did one live on it just to test drive it, but I think there is potential here to help a lot of people who want to be consistent to actually be consistent. I think I could flesh out desire a little bit more. There might be another piece to this formula that I didn't think about, but for now, I think consistency definitely equals desire, a system, low friction, and a frequency in which you want to accomplish your consistency. So moving forward, instead of saying, I'm stubborn, that's how I can be so consistent. No, I have an exact answer. I have this formula that I utilize to stay consistent because I know all of the benefits that come with being consistent in anything, but especially in content creation. So in conclusion, if you need assistance with any pieces of that formula, specifically that system, hit me up. I am an expert at creating systems around things that you want to get done. In my past life, I was an IT manager, and I learned skills in project management, deadlines, trying to figure out when you need to do what in what order of time. All those skills have sunk into my soul. Like, they're there and I'm ready to utilize them for the better good. So if you need assistance with any of that, goal setting, being consistent, hit me up. There's a link in the description of this video pointing towards my Stan Store where you can actually book a session with me. We go over what you need and we get results fast. I take full responsibility for whatever changes, whatever stucknesses you're trying to clear. That's my responsibility as a coach to help you get through that stuff. So if you're ready, stop hesitating, go ahead and click that link. All right, I think I've walked for enough. We're about to hit where the big bridge is. So I'm gonna go relax and catch my breath because I am out of shape. Wow. But with the power of the formula that I created, I know I can get consistent with working out again. So it's just a matter of desire, which I'm lacking right now. But once I get that, it's a wrap. Getting that 6-pack back. I never had a 6-pack, but you know what I'm saying. All right, till the next one, as always, protect your mental, keep creating content, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.